positive motivation vids and streams and more, starring I, your beautiful host, Mr. Arizona. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's feeling well. Hopefully everybody's having a good, solid day. You know, I'm doing all right. So far, so good. You know, just chilling out, hanging out, irritating the shit out of my wife, but that's about it. I can't stream like that. Sorry about that. Wife was ragging on me like usual, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all good. But anyway, I'm in a little bit of better mood today, I really am. And, this is just a positive message to basically everybody out there. No matter how difficult life gets, no matter how crazy life gets, just remember this. Always stay clear, stay steady, and stay true in your heart as to who you are. Because it's so important that today's world, I know it's a little topsy, a little turvy, a little crazy out there. But the best thing that you could do at this point, I'm trying to make coffee at the same time, but the best thing you could do in a time like this, and this is the best possible advice I can give to all of you out there, is just try and keep your sanity, preserve your health, and make the right decisions for your physical and mental health. It's very, very important. Stay positive out there, stay well, and never give up faith in yourself, and never give up faith in your ability to do well and to feel well and to make a difference in life, because only you have the power to make or break your life. Only you have the power. Hey, how's it going? Only you have the power to do what it is that you do with your life. Never give up and never surrender. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate being inspirational. I try my best, even though I'm not 100% on my game. I'm not 100%, I'm not always 100%, guys. I'm just me. I'm just a human being. I've got flaws. I've got, what do you call it? I'm not totally perfect like everybody, like everybody thinks I am. I'm not totally, I'm not. Nice to meet you. Is everybody of age to be here, because this is an adult stream? So viewer discretion is advised. Just saying. Making sure. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Dang it. I wasted a whole bunch of air for no reason. Fuck. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fuck, I had to mute because my wife was on the phone and all. I didn't know. I'm sorry. But anyway, like I said, there's a lot of chaos and horror. There's a lot of shit going on in this world. Ah! Sorry, things are starting to piss me off now. Wife's sitting there ragging on me. I'm sitting there getting phone calls. Every time I go live, some shit has to fucking go down. Can't fucking say what I want to say because it's frustrating. See, I'm not mad. I'm just frustrated. That's all. I get frustrated at life. I get frustrated at myself, because me personally, I'm in a bit of a mess right now. And I'm trying to just fight real hard to basically pick up the pieces and move on. It's not easy, but guess what? We all go through a lot of stuff in life. We all go through a lot of problems. There's a lot of things going on in this world. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of horror. There's a lot of all kinds of negativity going on in this world. But here's what we have to realize. For every darkness, there is a light. For every negative, there's always a positive. For every lie that's out there, there's always a truth. That's the beautiful thing about life. Is life has its own way of basically working itself out. It really does. Yes, the balance of life. The balance of life, however fragile it may be, it always maintains itself. It really does. All right, you think I'm bullshit, right? What is your version of the real world? What does it pertain to? What is your version of the real world? I mean, what is the real world? What is the real world these days? I mean, what is it? I mean, the real world is basically whatever we want it to be. Because if you think about it, the world is just a world unless we make it what we want. Unless we create what we want to create. Unless we do what we want to do. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. But yes, life is not all the time sunshine and rainbows. It isn't. It's not. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to, I'm not going to piss on you guys and say it's water. Hold on a minute. Hold on just a second. I was muted again. Oh, God. This stream is starting to be a fucking flop. Damn it. It's like everything I want to say, I get muted on. I don't get it. It's frustrating. It's like, you know, I'm running out of gas. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. And I've only been in here for, what, 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes? And it's because of all the shit that started happening. You know, I started getting phone calls. I started getting text messages. You know, my wife started ragging on me, and it just went to hell in a handbasket all in just the span of basically 30 seconds. But I'm going to do one thing, and one thing only, that I should have done. And this is a prime example of when life gets you frustrated. Here's what you need to do. Step back. Close your eyes. It sounds kind of silly. But once you start doing that, the vibration and the motion of what you're doing really, really helps. And it helps you to get back into focus again. Yeah, I'm getting phone calls. I'm getting text messages. I'm getting all kinds of shit happening to me all at once, Carmen. I don't know why. You know, it's like I've been here, what? This is my new phone, by the way. I barely had my phone for about a week. And I'm getting blown up all over the place. Barely had my phone for about a week. Yeah. I know, Carmen. It's just that, you know, I wanted to say this and I keep getting cut off when I say it. But with all the chaos and horror that's going on in this world, we need to think more positive. We need to be more positive. We need to be more respectful to each other. We need to say, "Good morning, how are you?" I mean, how many times have any of you out there gone up to somebody and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And at the end of the conversation, how many of you said, "You know what? I love you, and I wish you the best"? How many of you could say that you've actually done that to people? That you've actually said that to each other? You know, this world is turning out to be very, very negative. Yeah, show more love than hate. Do better and be better. Yes. Show more. See, that's a comment that's why I love Carmen so much, because she knows how to say the right thing at the right time. She always did. But I'm going to repeat what she said. She said, show more love than hate. Do better and be better. You know what that means? You guys know what that means? Show more love and less hate. Do better and be better. which that means do better and be better for yourself. Do better and be better for the world around you, for the people that are around you, for the people that support you, for the people that care about you. You know, just because you think nobody cares, you think nobody, like you're just a piece of garbage, that you don't matter. You do matter. Every one of you out there matters more than anything else in the world. And you could downplay it all you want. You could say I'm full of shit all you want. That's fine. But the fact of the matter is, whether you believe in him or not, there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to love you unconditionally, whether you believe in him or not. And that's the man upstairs. To me, his name is God, but to you guys, it could be Allah, Buddha, whatever you believe in, whatever celestial being that you believe in. Because we all have to believe in something out there. Even if it's just us believing in our family, believing in ourselves. Like with my wife, despite her being pissy with me right now, despite her being angry with me right now, but guess what? My wife loves me to pieces. Yes, I aggravate her. Yes, I get her frustrated. Yes, I get her aggravated. But guess what? She doesn't love me any more or any less. She loves me unconditionally. That's the best part. And what I'm doing right now, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now. I got to show you guys this. This is going to be interesting, folks. All right, let me... Now, this is interesting because I'm going to show the process. Now, I won't be able to see the chat for a while, but I'll try and see it as I'm doing it. But what I'm doing right now is I'm shredding some potato. Now, there's a reason behind this. I'm shredding some potato because I'm going to make some hash browns. But they're going to be probably a different way than I've made them before. Actually, I don't think I've ever made hash browns on here. So this is going to be actually a first time for me. So this is going to be, see how that nice and shredded there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a container like that. See how nice and shredded that is? Now, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to repeat the process again. I'm going to shred this one. Now, this is going to be interesting because I've never done it this way before. I mean, those of you that have seen my cooking videos, which a lot of you have, you guys will notice that I've never, ever done my potatoes like this before. I've never shredded them like this before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shred them like this. Then I add them to water. And I'm going to show you guys why I'm doing this. Now, you see all that starchy stuff, all that garbage that's there? Well, that's what, that's all the starch and all the garbage that comes naturally from the potato. And That's what makes your hash browns stick to the bottom of the pan the way they do. So by getting rid of it, which I'm going to change out this water, hold on a minute, changing out the water right now. See, sometimes you have to do this at least 2 and 3 times to really get all the starch and all the garbage out of it, because you don't want your hash browns to stick to the bottom of the pan. And so by doing this, it kind of helps out a little bit, you know. Sometimes you have to do this 2 and 3 times to get all the starch out of it. Because as you guys may or may not know, starch makes everything stick. So once again, this is my 3rd time washing this. Okay. Now, as you can see, compared to the way it was to the way it is now, it's slowly starting to kind of clear up a little bit. I know it doesn't show right away, but you can see that it's slowly but surely starting to clear up just a little bit. And then you'll see what I'm going to do next after I'm done with this, of course. Okay, one more time, hold on. I put my hand like this so that the pieces of potato don't go through, so. But I just drain it off like this. And then I just keep repeating the process until the water comes out clear. Kind of like washing rice, but you see how that much clearer it's starting to look now? I don't know if you can see it from here, but there you go. See, it's starting to clear up just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I'm working on it, so. So anyway, but like I said, we need to make this world a very, very a better place to live for all of us to live in, because, you know, there's lots of things going on that shouldn't be going on, you know. I don't know, there's just too much shit going on in this world. And a lot of things don't need to be that way. You know, the world doesn't need to be that way. We need to be more positive. We need to show more love. We need to show people that we care. Show people that we love. Show people that, hey, you know, like it or not, I care about you. Like it or not, you know, I care about what happens to you. Whether you love me or whether you hate my guts, I still care. Like with me, I love everybody unconditionally no matter what. You could be the best person in the world to me, or you could be the worst person in the world to me. And I would still say, you know what? I love you. And I wish you nothing but the best. Because I don't have time to hate in this world. I don't. I'm 51 years old. I'm just about, what do you call it, over the hill. And I personally, I don't have time for hate. I don't. Because hate is what got us into this mess. Love is what's going to get us out. Simple as that. That's pretty much turning a frown upside down, so to speak. All right. Now that I've got these somewhat drained off, I mean, it's clear, as you can see. I mean, it's semi-clear. And hold on, because I got a stupid phone call again. Scammers, I swear. They just never stop calling, do they? They really don't. That's one of the other reasons why I'm glad I changed my number, because I get fucking at least about over a half a dozen scam calls a day. I mean, they just don't give up. They just don't stop. They're not going to quit. They're not going to take the day off. It's just, when they want something out of me, of course, they're not going to stop until they get it, right? But then once I give it to them, then they just toss me away. It's just, I don't know. I just get pissed because, somebody called and they didn't say who they needed to speak to. They didn't say who they wanted to speak to or anything. They just blurted out blah. And I'm like, to whom do you want to speak to? To whom do you want to address this to? I got no answer. So in other words, what they were doing is they were fishing for information. And I hung up on them. Because I'm like, no, there's something fishy about this. There's something funny about this. Because why would somebody just randomly call your house and demand, that you give them information about something? Why would they do that? You know, if you're going to address me and then, you know, ask me, yes, I can understand that. But here's, you know, I don't know. It's just hard for me to understand things like that. But anyway, let's get back to doing what we were doing. I've got my hash browns already shredded. They're drained, they're washed, they're ready to go. All right, now to that, I'm going to add a little bit of a binder, which is going to be 2 eggs. That's my binding agent, okay? That's what's going to basically be the glue to bringing it all together, every bit. Every bit of it. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to get a spoon and mix it all up. Just like this. See how good that's starting to look now? Now what I did was I added a couple of eggs to it, and the reason why I did this is because when I add other stuff to it, this will bind to it and you know, make it a little bit better. You know what I mean? You guys will understand the process once I get it done. So now would be a good time to add, let's see. What am I going to add to this here? What kind of seasoning? Maybe a little bit of garlic powder, maybe. You know, just a little sprinkle in there. Let's see, what else? Oh, there we go. Garlic powder with a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning. There we go, and that's it. That's all you need. Now I mix that up real good. Just like that. See, you want if you ever want to add any seasonings to your potatoes, now would be a good time to do it before you add the final ingredient to it, which right now is going to be cornstarch. Add a little bit of cornstarch, then you mix that up. Now the cornstarch, what it's going to do is it's going to give it that little bit of a crispy, like a crispy thing on the inside. Yeah, that's what that does. It acts like a binding agent, in other words. So once again, it won't stick to the bottom of the pan. See how it's working? So now, hopefully, when I put it all together, it'll all cook up like this. When I put it in the pan. So let's move over to the pan here. Now what we're going to do is something very, very simple. Now this is my first time. Now guys, granted, this is my very, very first time doing this. So please bear with me if I screw up, because chances are I might. So just kind of bear with me, because honestly, if you really want to know, I have no clue as to what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just kind of just rolling it as it's happening. Life as it happens. I don't know whether this thing is going to turn out good. I don't know whether this thing is going to turn out horrible. I don't know. I really do not know. But this is what you call taking a shot in the dark and hoping for the best. There you go. That's basically the long and the short end of it. So now I'm just waiting for the butter to kind of melt a little bit. And then we'll just see what happens. You know, one thing that's sure that life really is. Life is very unpredictable. No one can actually predict what's going to happen and what's not going to happen, what's going to occur and what's not going to occur, and yada yada. I'm trying to get my my microphone system out so that you guys can actually hear me out there really good, so that when I get away from the am I muted again? No. And when I get away from the microphone, and I got the wrong one, didn't I? Well, let me see if I can find the other one. I got two little adapter thingies here. No, that one's for the, one of them's for the iPhone, which I don't have. There we go. Connected up good. Now we're connected up good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Make sure my microphone's on. Make sure it's up all the way. There. Volume's up. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. But yeah, I'm cooking this low and slow so that you know, that way the pan doesn't get too hot, so that when I place the potatoes on here, it doesn't, you know, like rapidly overcook the egg. That's now, here we go again. Wow. This stuff doesn't end, does it? Hold on. Another scammer called me. Wow. I'm getting them all over the place today. What the hell? Is this just what you call it, National Pick on AZ Day, or what? Because I'm getting flooded with phone calls, text messages. It's like, what is this? Is this Pick on Me Day or what? They just picked a Wednesday and they said, yeah, let's pick on you today. Let's make everything difficult for you today. But you know, hey, I'm not complaining, because guess what? Sometimes life's a bitch, man. And you know what? It's okay. Now you see, here's what I'm doing. I'm kind of cooking these in like this. And I'm kind of using my spoon to kind of smash it down a little bit. I am going to get a spatula here in just a second. I'm going to get one here in just a minute. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me good. And I'm hoping that this thing turns out, because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. So I pray to God that this comes out, because this is indeed my first time doing this. So To be honest, I have no idea. So hopefully, now if all works out good, once this egg cooks around it, I can just flip it around and make it like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I personally, just a little secret between you and me. I can't stand aluminum pans. I don't like them at all. I really don't. I like the cast iron skillets. I used to have 2 of them, but they just kind of, just got, wore out from just overuse because I use it all the time. I know this is supposed to be like a positive motivation channel. I know it is. And I've been trying to stay as positive as I can. But just stuff that's happening, that's been going on, been getting frustrated with me, It's just the challenges of life. That's all. Challenges of life. Sometimes life can be good. Hold on a minute. Cuando quieres abrir la puerta, me dices. Acá los perros. Well, they need to go outside to go to the bathroom. But anyway. Come on, guys. Let's go in. Pressure. Oh, he has to go piss. I'll just leave him outside to go to the bathroom real quick. They ain't gonna do nothing out there. Okay, I'm not muted, so that's good. Good. Okay, I'm hearing something now. I'm hearing some kind of activity going on. What is that? Oh shit, it's actually working. Oh wow. I gotta turn my burner down a little bit. It's actually working, guys. Holy shit. But it's kind of sticking to the bottom, though, unfortunately. Just the egg is what's doing it. Yeah, just the egg is what's sticking down the bottom. That's why I recommend that you guys cook your eggs low and slow so you don't have this problem. So, yeah, this is not quite turning out the way I want it. But there must be a secret to this or something that I'm doing wrong. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first time making something like this. So once again, kind of got to bear with me, folks. It's not turning out too bad, huh? Not turning out too bad. Okay, I'm going to let it get toasted on one side real well, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the other side like that. I think that would be pretty good. I'm just trying to keep it as clean as I can. So we'll see, we'll see how this works. No guarantees, folks, but shit, it looks good so far, I think. So I must be doing something right. But I apologize for the turbulence and everything else going on with this. It's just A lot going on. Mornings are always fucking, are always kind of high energy around here. Always is. I can't explain why. It's just energy is always at its zenith in the mornings, and in the afternoon it's mediocre, and then at night is usually when it kind of tops itself off. So that's the reason for all that. So it's always been this way, you know. I don't know why. But I guess I'm just going to be flipping this over once this side gets cooked. I didn't do too bad. Don't look too bad. Just got to let it cook. I'm almost tempted to use a little bit of regular oil just to see if... I'll probably add more butter because I don't trust it. I don't want, you know, I'll just add a little bit more butter to it. Maybe it won't stick as bad, you know what I mean? Now, if I had my sister here, she would know exactly what to do. But if my daughter was here, she'd have done it too. But she's working right now, so. My daughter knows. She knows a lot. She's helped me out through a great deal, many things in this world. She really has. Her and my son. Two of the greatest people I've ever known. Both on and off in YouTube. You guys won't understand because you guys don't know them as well as I do. So, hey, babe. Wait, what's that? I can't see it. Hold on. Just 1 second. What's that? Should have the part. Awesome. Awesome, babe. Awesome, man. See, that's my daughter right there. Very, very proud. Very, very proud. I'm proud of you. See why I got one of the best sons and daughters on here, man? They do great. I love them to pieces. That's my fam. Hell yeah. So anyway, I'm going to let this cook up for a little bit. Because I want to get it kind of, kind of toasted. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me to toast it, make it toasty. This is probably going to be a bitch to fucking scrape off the goddamn pan, but look at this shit. I'm scraping it as I'm going, but it's just leftover shit. It's coming off, as you can see. Okay, it's starting to cook up now. Ooh. Starting to get a little toasty. Just a little bit. Exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, sort of. Like I said, this is just an experiment, so I'm hoping that it's turning out good. I mean, I don't know. It looks good. I mean, I just got to keep it going. That's all I can do, guys. Just keep the cameras rolling. I'm going to see if I can get me a better spatula. That spatula is good, but this one's even better. I like this one better. See? That's what gets it underneath there like that. That gets all that stuff up in there. There, see? That's what gets it off there. There we go. Now I just kind of got to cook it up like that. And I'm going to let it get kind of brown on the opposite side. So that way we should be in the pink, folks. Almost tempted to flip it over, but I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. Let it cook, baby. Let it cook and get solid. Solid, solid, solid. Get it solid, you know? Get it solid. All right, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do a 2 spatula thing here. Double time. Trying to maintain its integrity here. And to my YouTube daughter, I hope you're having a great day at work, babe. Hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to you soon. Love ya. Little crunchy bits are good. See, I can get that off there real fast. But I should have added pancake batter to this, but hell, I wasn't thinking. There we go. Add that to sprinkle on the top there. Just got to keep her cooking. a stupid price. Oh, I love messing with Precious. He's the best. I love my dogs. They mess with me all the time too. So, but yeah, we're just keeping it calm, keeping it cool, keeping it clean. Just chilling. Just chilling like a villain. I'm gonna flip this. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that's not ready to flip yet, so. We're God damn. Ow! Fuck! That was a stupid ass move. There you go. Where's that rag that I had? Here it is. There we go. Just kind of clean up as I go. I know I clean up the kitchen really good, but just kind of wiping things off as I go, Clean and clear, as usual. Anyway, I'm almost about done with this. So I'm going to give me some plates here. We're going to plate it up. Actually, I don't have a, well, I'll just plate this one up for now. Just want to check and see if the, not bad. Okay, I'm going to try and flip this over here so that the other side can cook. There we go. It's turned out good. Just takes a while to cook, that's all. I know this part's boring. I know. I know. And it looks actually pretty good, though. Not doing that bad of a job. Not that bad of a job. See, I'll even cut this open and I'll show you guys if I can cut it open. See that? That's a cross section of it there. Look at that. See if you can zoom in on that. I'll even put some light on it. See if I can find me a light here. There we go. The light even on? Yeah. Barely, but it's on. Don't let that look good, folks. Oh, yeah. Arizona Griper is doing really, really well. I'm doing well for myself. Plus, this is easier to flip over now that I got 2 instead of 1. You know, like that, and bammo, bammo. So you cook that over there as that side. And you flip this over, and bammo, bammo. There we go. Taking a while to cook because You know, I did put a lot of potatoes in there, so. Almost tempted to add a little bit of water so I can like steam them or something. You know, to kind of get the potatoes cooked a little bit more tender. Maybe I'll add some oil to it. Fuck it, I'll add some oil to it to see what happens. Just a little smidgen. Not too much. Just enough. Oh, that did something. Look at that. That made it go a little bit more lively. I mean, who knows? It might cook it better. I don't know. Don't know. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody's having a good, happy Wednesday. You know, me, I'm doing all right. You know, considering everything that's gone on, it's amazing that I'm up here talking with you guys right now. Oh yeah, this changed the game. This changed the game almost instantly. This made the game a lot more better now. Now that I put some oil, cooking oil in it, just a little bit, not too much. You know, butter's good for flavor, but for cooking, I think cooking oil is the way to go. Just my honest opinion, you know. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we just need to start being a little bit more nicer to one another and a little bit more supportive and a little bit more positive to one another because, you know, we're going through so much in this world and in this country. You know, people are fighting with each other for no reason, killing each other for no reason, hurting each other for no reason. You know, there's no excuse for making war and hurting one another. To me, there's no good excuse for that. There's not. Because, you know, I don't believe in war. I don't believe in hurting people. I don't believe in making people feel bad. And if I've ever done that to anybody, you know, during my travels and during my things that have gone on, honestly, I really sincerely apologize for it. You know, because I'm trying my best to try and, you know, change over a whole new leaf and usher in a new chapter in my life to where, you know, to where I don't have to be negative to people, where I don't have to call people out, where I don't have to be mean to people, you know, where I can just, where people could just get along, you know, and that's my main goal, is just to, you know, be positive to people and let people realize that, you know, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a monster. You know, I'm not the creep that people, you know, make me out to be. I'm actually a pretty decent and pretty good person when I want to be. You know, and people shouldn't, you know, shouldn't judge me unless they want to judge themselves. People shouldn't make fun of me unless they want to make fun of their own selves and how they are. Because, you know, think about it. Somebody that makes fun of somebody, somebody that belittles somebody, and they do it on a consistent basis, that just goes to show you how immature and insecure they really are with who they are as a, see, this is the end result right here. I got one for me. Well, this one's for me. This one's for the wifey. So, perfect Arizona Griper meal. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to head out, so you guys take care. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and as usual, thank you for watching. Later, guys. You have a good one, and thank you for watching. Later. Peace.